people. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. First thing that is popping in the news, it is called Can't Say Me Never Did I Warn You. And people, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, he made a statement in an interview that he was doing. And he was reaching out to the young men out there with all sorts of criminal intention, holders and users of illegal firearms. This occurred on the 18th of November. On the 19th of November, midnight tonight, the gun amnesty ends. The gun amnesty was from the 5th of November 2022 up until midnight, the 19th of November, which are today. Effectively, anybody that is held with any sorts of illegal firearms, ammunition, 15 years minimum mandatory. No sorts of negotiation by the judge or your lawyer. It is set in stone like the 10th commandment. So people, I am going to let you listen what your PM had to say, and then I am going to give my piece.
The gun amnesty comes to an end tomorrow, Saturday, the 19th of November, at midnight. I am appealing to all Jamaicans, anyone who is in possession of an illegal unregistered firearm or ammunition, to turn them in. I should indicate to Jamaica that upon the expiration of the gun amnesty, there will be no extension. I urge all Jamaicans, anyone in possession of an illegal firearm or ammunition, to utilize the remaining just over 24 hours to turn them in. Security forces will now intensify search operations for guns and the gunmen that possess them. While it is good to take illegal guns off the street, the greater impact on the homicide rate is if the shooters are also caught and arrested. Already, there have been several persons arrested for illegal possession of firearms under the new Firearm Act, including a teenager. They will face a minimum of 15 years behind bars and possible life in prison. I'm making a solemn and urgent appeal to our young men in particular. Please, I urge you, even at this late stage, turn in the guns. Illegal possession, use, trafficking, or storing of an illegal firearm will effectively end your useful life when you are caught. But it will save the lives of hundreds of innocent and productive Jamaicans. Please, I urge you, as your father, as your big brother, turn them in. You have 24 hours left, just over 24 hours left to do so. You have been warned.
Now people, just for clarity, the new Firearm Act is already in effect. The gun amnesty started on the 5th of November. It ends officially midnight on the 19th of November, which are today midnight. However, these criminal elements, they have a decision to make. Are they going to make the right decision? Are they going to be penny wise and pound foolish? Because here is the fact. Whenever you don't have any sorts of education and your DEAD set that you want to be a criminal, the GUN is a tool of the trade. So therefore, it makes your job more effective. It is the negotiating tool. Kind of like Simon says, people are going to listen. However, people, there are pros and cons to everything. So therefore, what this tells you is that, listen, we can expect that these gunmen, these criminals, these robbers, they are going to be more desperate. They are going to want to escape because they don't want to be held with this firearm in the commission of any sorts of crime, because them know say dog I go eat them supper. So what I do expect is that we're going to see more people losing their lives in commission of any sorts of robbery, any sorts of hit, because these people are desperate, like I said. They are going to be even more desperate. They are going to make sure that they eliminate any sorts of witnesses. So therefore, anything that they can commit, any sorts of crime and get away scot-free, that is what they are going to do. However, people, like them say, desperate times calls for desperate measure. It is time that the security, the relevant authority, take a stand and make sure that we take back Jamaica. Because at the rate at which it is going right now, it is headed down a path of self-destruction. Point blank and period. Now, just for clarity, this is what the new Firearms Act entails. Minimum mandatory sentence of 15 years to life. So therefore, even if you have a top lawyer, he cannot negotiate with the judge. So therefore, this take away the body club, because people, we understand without a shadow of a doubt how Jamaica run. If you have a top lawyer, you can basically get away with MVRD3R. So therefore, unless you beat this case, whether it is lack of evidence, whether it is your lawyer's legal maneuver or some sorts of technicality, you will get a minimum of 15 years. However, people, there are always pros and cons to everything. And the con to this is that there is no sorts of negotiating for unusual circumstances. So what that means is that there's no sorts of room for discretion. Everybody who get hold with any sorts of fire piece, unless them beat the case somehow, some way, dog eat them supper. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the mother of young Gabriel King, the 9-year-old that was found DEAD on the Fairfield Main Road in Montego Bay, St. James. On or about the 13th of January 2022, the mother claimed that she was driving her very expensive Audi when she was approached by a group of gunmen as she tried to maneuver her vehicle. Them take her out of the vehicle, drive off the vehicle, with the little boy in the back seat. The little boy was found in the back seats on the Fairfield Main Road a couple of hours later with his short bus. So them take away the vehicle on the Tucker Main Road. They found the vehicle on the Fairfield Main Road, both of which is in Montego Bay. Now people, since then, the case pretty much went cold. However, this is what has been happening. The Popo went to courts and said that they need to get access to data. They need to take data from the phone. This was in January, they had the phone. The mother went to courts on September, don't remember the exact date, and she appealed that decision. However, the judge the other day at the St. James court, they ruled that, listen, the police needs access to that phone, so therefore the phone should be turned over by the 24th of November, which is maybe about 5 days from now. The court also ruled that, listen, this lady is not going to be present when they are extracting that data from the phone. However, her lawyer, legal representative, they can be present, and also a third party, computer technician, also can be present. However, they should not direct or interrupt the process of extraction. Now, people, here's the thing. For a mother to lose her child in such a bad way, and instead of she cooperating with the pawpaw, instead of her giving all the information, giving the pawpaw access, she was doing the polar opposite, which kind of raises some sorts of red flag. She hired a top lawyer. However, people, in the case when something is wrong, something is just wrong, the best lawyers cannot help you because the situation looks sticky. The thing look kind of suspicious from day one. From the hole, them hole her while she was trying to maneuver the vehicle out of some sort of pothole, to the fact that them find the little boy in throat bus in the vehicle. Now, people, here is what might have raised a whole bunch of red flags. Whenever somebody throat get bust, usually there's all sorts of BLOOD splatter. Did not see the vehicle, don't know the details. However, that would raise any sorts of red flag for any sorts of investigative team. So therefore, them are going to know right on the spot, say, listen, something not sound right. This youth was either them take him away, them bust him short, and then them put him in the vehicle, because there would have been some sorts of struggle. Because remember, this youth is said to be autistic. So therefore, when the people might give him instruction for lay down or bend over or do whatever, he would have objected. The normal child would have objected. So therefore, just imagine somebody that was autistic. There would have been a whole bunch of struggle. However, people, that is for the court dates. Now, people, let me ask you a question and why I say this is suspicious. First thing first, there was also legal maneuver by the lawyer of this lady to get the youth's body. The body was cremated. And people, like I've said before, there is nothing wrong with that. People have them religious beliefs. People want to send away their family that lost his or her life in a very decent manner. However, whenever a case like this, a high-profile case, is still under investigation, isn't it kind of weird that this body was given to the family and the body was cremated? During this process, people may just say, something look fishy. However, the point that I am trying to make is that all of what she is doing now to finally lose in a court, because people, right is right and wrong is wrong. If there's an investigation, you as the mother, you as the family should be the first to want to help and assist the pawpaw to make sure that this process is done quickly and as efficiently as possible. However, when you yourself are trying to derail using all sorts of delay tactics, that just shows guilt. That just shows that something is suspicious. That just shows that maybe you are hiding something. Now, people, there's also a privacy issue. People don't want people to search them phone because them whole life, whatever they have in the closets, is hidden in the phone. However, people, your priority supposed to be your son, your child, especially a child that lost his life in such a wicked way, especially when persons, I am speaking about the court of public opinion, is looking on and they have all sorts of red flags waving over your head. People, something ain't right in this case, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, Word to the wise. Whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers. They see your potential. They realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. However, when they look at themselves, because of their insecurity and mostly because of their hate, they realize that their ceiling is in the cellar, in the abyss of hell. So therefore, for them to feel as if they are up, they are going to do everything within their means to bring you down. Point blank and period.